Welcome to Digital Kuki. I'm Boy, and today we're tackling something tough that's been stirring up a lot of pain in the Kuki community. Talk around a journalist, Tanushree Pandey, and a troubling incident in Manipur. This one hits close to home, and I'm here to share our perspective with honesty and heart. If you're new, this channel's about truth and amplifying voices that need to be heard, so stick around. Hit that like, subscribe, and bell button to join the convo. Let's dive in. Before we get to the incident, let's talk about Manipur. Since May 2023, it's been a war zone. Over 250 people killed, thousands displaced, Kukis, meiteis, all caught in this ethnic conflict. For us, Kukis, it's been a nightmare. Our villages burned, our people attacked, and the memory of Kuki women brutalized still haunts us. Every day feels like survival. Journalists come to cover this chaos, and we want our stories told, but it has to be done right. That's where Tanushree Pandey comes in. She's been reporting on Manipur, but there's a story going around, especially among Kukis, that's got us upset. It's about her actions in Torbong, a buffer zone where things are tense and it's left a bad taste. Let me break it down. So here's what's being said. Around April 2025, word spread in our community about something Tanushree did in Torbong, a no-man's land patrolled by central forces to keep Kukis and meiteis apart. It's chaotic there, dangerous, the kind of place where one wrong move can cost lives. According to some people, Tanushree showed up claiming she was a BBC journalist, not just to folks in our community, but to the central forces too. Thing is, we don't have solid proof she's with the BBC. She's known for India Today, maybe other outlets, but BBC? That's unclear, and it feels like she might have used that name to get trust, to get access. It gets worse. She allegedly zeroed in on a Kuki driver and insisted he take her across this buffer zone. This guy wasn't just some hired wheel. He's one of us, living the same fear we all do. They say he told her no, that it was too risky, and the central forces warned against it too. But Tanushree wouldn't back down. The story goes she dragged him into it, against his will, pushing him to drive into that chaos just so she could get her story. Can you imagine? You're Kuki, already scared for your life, and someone's forcing you into danger, waving a title that might not even be real. That's not just reckless, it feels like betrayal. This isn't just about one moment, it's what it means to us. If Tanushree did disguise herself as a BBC journalist, that's a violation. Our community's been through too much to be misled, especially by someone using a big name like BBC to gain our trust or slip past security, and dragging a driver against his will. That's not journalism. That's putting one of our own in harm's way. We're talking about a man who could have been hurt, or worse, just for her to chase a headline. We're exhausted, exhausted from the violence, from losing homes, from feeling like the world only sees us when it's tragic. Tanushree's covered important stuff, like how kids in Manipur can't go to school because of the fighting, and that matters. But when you hear she might have lied about who she is and forced someone into danger, it makes you question everything. It feels like our pain, our lives, are just props for her story, not the heart of it. Now I gotta be clear, these are stories from community talk, not courtroom evidence. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe Tanushree's side would change how we see this. But I'm sharing how it feels to Kukis, because that's real. If she did claim to be a BBC journalist to get her way, if she really pushed that driver, we deserve answers. And an apology. Journalism should lift us up, not tear us down further. What do you make of this? Have you heard similar stories? Drop a comment. I read them all. and I want to hear your thoughts. Let's keep it respectful, but honest. For now, I'm holding space for our community, for that driver, for all of us trying to heal. This is Boy, signing off. Stay strong. Stay true. Thanks for being here, fam. If this resonated, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to keep up with these stories, and let's keep shining a light on what's real. See you next time.